African universities are far better than the Western world gives them credit for, with many of the top universities in Africa outcompeting their equivalents in the Western world. And I know how surprising that would sound to a Western educated person, so I had to demonstrate this point in a way that was completely objective. So I did a review of the math departments in two universities, the University of Ghana and the University of Lagos, which are two of the better universities on the continent of Africa. Now, if you think for a second that either of these universities are diploma mills or that they are easy, let me show you the curriculum that's required if you want an undergraduate mathematics degree from the University of Ghana. It's a lot. It's actually more than you'll typically find in a Western university. As far as the difficulty of the courses themselves, I've had the opportunity to review both the exams and the homework from these universities, and I can tell you that it is on par with what you would find in a good Western university. This doesn't surprise me because the typical African student is more serious than his Western counterpart. The typical African student is going to college because he's trying to make a better life for himself and for his family, whereas the typical Western student may just be going to college because their parents pressured them to do so, or because it's just something to do after high school. And that's why in the Western world, I think you see such an emphasis on football teams, partying, and everything except for the education itself. So why haven't African universities gotten more recognition? It really comes down to money. In the Western world, colleges have gotten away with charging undergraduate students $100,000, $200,000, or even $300,000 for a 4-year degree. And you better believe that they want that gravy train to continue. They don't want Western students to realize that they could get an African education that would be the equivalent or better without going into massive student debt. The reason university education in Africa is so important to me and should be so important to you is that we cannot reasonably expect Africa to develop if they were unable to educate the talent that's necessary for that development to occur in the short, mid, and long term. However, having reviewed the African higher education system, I can confidently say that they should have no trouble producing the necessary talent in engineering, mathematics, and other important fields to develop. But I want to know what you guys think. Have you gone to university in Africa? If so, what were your experiences and how did it compare to a Western education? Let me know in the comments below. And if this video has provided value to you, give me a like and a follow. That really helps my channel out. And I'll see you guys on the next video.